Today, right now, it's unclear what bill the Republicans are finally going to move to.
This is a moral moment for our country. It is a time to test the strength of the American soul.
I will not vote to move forward with the skinny bill if my bill is not conferenceable.
What is the bill that we are considering? It's not the bill that Senator McConnell brought forward, because that bill was defeated.
I think the very fact that it's skinny suggests that it won't be hard to digest.
Once the majority leader shows his hand, reveals what his bill will actually be, Democrats will use the opportunity to try and amend the bill.
So I don't know exactly what's going to happen. We have to count votes, but it's going to be an interesting evening.
It's 10 p.m. on July 27th. After years of promising to repeal and replace Obamacare, Senate Republicans are at a critical moment.
I'm a vote for it. Anything to go to conference, and I think Paul Ryan put to bed whether there will be a conference.
As Republican leadership finally introduces a bill, it's unclear whether they have the votes to pass it.
The legislation I just laid down is called the Healthcare Freedom Act, and it restores freedom to Americans that Obamacare took away.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is betting he has the votes to pass it, despite skepticism from several members of his conference.
There's increasing concern on my part and others that what the House will do is take whatever we pass, the so-called skinny bill, not take it to conference, go directly to the House floor, vote on it, and that goes to the president's desk with the argument this is better than doing nothing. Here's my response. The skinny bill as policy is a disaster.
Meanwhile, outside, protests continue in the dark.
They're so ashamed that they're going to have this literally the vote in the middle of the night, at midnight, because they cannot stand what they're about to do.
On the Senate floor, both sides lay out their cases.
Why are we here tonight voting on a bill that has not had a single hearing? Why are we here tonight voting on a bill that would eliminate health care coverage that could save lives for 16 million people?
But I don't believe that my friend, the Democratic leader, is really interested in working on a bipartisan basis to fix the structural defects in Obamacare. We know that the individual market is in meltdown. Premiums are skyrocketing.
This bill is lighting the American healthcare system on fire with intentionality.
Vice President Mike Pence arrives, just in case he has to cast a tie-breaking vote. Just after midnight, Senator John McCain heads to the Senate floor.
All time has expired. The question is on the motion offered by the senator from Washington, Mrs. Murray.
Democrats fail in an attempt to return to debate on the bill, and it appears headed towards a narrow vote. Then, all of a sudden, Pence is spotted talking to McCain. The bill's passage is plunged into doubt. Two other Republican senators, Lisa Murkowski of Alaska and Susan Collins of Maine, signal their opposition. McCain then speaks with Democrats, including Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. He gets a hug from Senator Dianne Feinstein of California. Then comes decision time. McCain casts the decisive vote to gasps and applause from Democrats and stoic silence from the GOP leadership. Both parties' leaders seem emotional about the vote.
All of us were so inspired by the speech and the life of the senator from Arizona.
This is, clearly a disappointing moment. From skyrocketing costs to plummeting choices and collapsing markets, our constituents have suffered through an awful lot under Obamacare.
And at the end of a long, dramatic day, Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa has one bit of advice for reporters.
Why don't you guys go home and go to bed?
Almost, Senator, almost.